Hola, buenos dias, hello, and good morning. This is Andrew Weston, resonating in all solar systems, planets, and intelligence. Well, thank you, all the subscribers and viewers, and everybody that gives me the love and support. It's amazing to have that continuous force through the galactic system and its energy core. So we have a lot of questions that's going on right now through spaceships, and how does it work with the sleeping deprivations, and how's everything connected through its matrix? And it's great to know I have these fascinating questions. Well, let's all start off with ascendance. Let's start off with the dream awakening. Let's start off with when you wake up, where do you go? Well, I've said this in my last video, but it's exceptionally important to know that what we are trying to do is bring everybody back to their vibration. Okay? All the synchronizing souls and all the three dimensionals and all the light formations are in a different vibration, and they're connected through their energy fields. Everybody has an energy field, and it's so important to use these energy fields. Understand your vibrations, your frequencies, and all your volumes and all your waving patterns. Now, there's a lot of people don't know what is a waving pattern. What are patterns? Patterns are evolved through shapes. Shapes are evolved through communication. Communications goes to the human vessel, and the human vessel is the soul connection. So everything's ground formated. So you're given that human vessel, and when you awake, you become who you're supposed to become. But you go through past lives until you find that force. And once you find that force that you need, not only that force gets recognized, but you become that and you evolve and you expand. And you become extremely powerful through thought process, mastering your thoughts, master the yin and the yang, master the Kundalini. Now, everybody has the power to do that. It's just a matter of how to get there. How do I get there? When do I get there? Now, I think I told you too in my last videos the 7 questions of who, what, where, when, why, and how. Okay, those things you have to look at. Write those down. Jot all those informations about, all those W's. And how is just, a continuous force. You got to ask yourself, how long is it going to take? You don't ask that question. You just follow up in your present. Because you don't want to live the past. The past is the past. So, to sum it up, when you awake, you are basically reliving the past, but the ascension allows you to see the present, to live its present from the past. Hopefully that makes sense so you guys get a better understanding, because the whole objective is to move forward. How does one move forward? Right? You have the body, you have the ego. What do you do with it? So it's very informative to know these things, through the body and ecosystems and the capacitors. Everything that's combined through its calculation. And that calculation, you get a better understanding of its understudy and everything around it. And you're more informative. You'd be less objective. You'd be more thinkable, more awareness. And your thought process will be so powerful and so strong. Those kinetic waves through your synchronizing souls, you'll get connected through your souls, your sacred soul, your sacred multi-universe soul. You have to understand what the multi-universe is. There's a lot of people that are still having trouble. So that's why I'm here to help and guide you, everybody, to their vibration. Understand your energy fields. Everybody has an energy field. You can't see it, but you can feel it. And once you have your self-evolved, efficient self in space continuum, you get a true understanding of what the higher self is. Because like I say again and again, it's so real. It's very real. So anyway, just use that thought process and try to research that. And everything I give you on a day-to-day basis through the videos is helping a lot of people out. And people need that guidance. People need to know exactly what's going on through space because it is affecting everybody, like I said before. These energies are exceptionally real. And everything that's transmitted through this electronic device is extremely real. My thought process is extremely powerful. And my voicing grids, my voicing capacitors, because I understand its system. I understand plantations. I understand intelligence. I understand the solar systems, the mecha systems. Everything resides on plantation and human understanding, human behavior. You know, human behavior has waving patterns. That's just volumes of frequencies of levels through space continuum. See, when it comes to music and you're voicing your grids and you're talking, you know, you're bringing your frequencies, you're going, they go up and down, right? That's what it is. That's patterns. You're changing your patterns, you're changing your frequencies, you're changing your levels through its continuous force. And those continuous force is communicated through shapes. And those shapes become line formations, and those line formations become locations, and locations become dimensions, and dimensions become the matrix. And everything is line form through the matrix. And then everything else around it becomes pixelization. And once you get the pixels, you're on your way to satisfaction, my friends. Satisfaction, that's what you want. The incredible force in and incredible force out. So, enough about that. Let's talk about spaceships. Everybody wants to know about that. That's more exciting than anything else. So like I said, when you're in a dimension, you're flying around in the spaceships, you're zigzagging. But you're collecting all its ideas and patterns through its waving patterns, through its communication device, and its radio signals. So basically, the higher self knows everything in the spaceship. You know, we have cargo units. We have incubators. Now, those pods that I was telling you about, it's all connected through the body and ecosystem. Everybody volumes on a different oxygen level. So when you sleep, you're sleeping. You know, it's like taking a sleeping pill. And when you wake up, you're on that planet that you need to reside on. So you need to do that because it's on an incredible force. And it's the imploding. There's exploding and there's imploding. Imploding is basically vacuuming in a planet. And exploding is exploding, the out. So the imploding is in. So that's why it's extremely important that when you're sleeping, everybody's on its equilibrium through their balance and their frequencies of their harmonics. And those light formations that you use are shut down when you're sleeping, and then they activate as soon as you wake up. So you're correcting your divisions through your carotid, which is your throat, and then you get back your voicing grid, and your energy cycles through the systematical systems come back together as the body and ecosystems are in full connection with their waves and its continuous force. So with spaceships, everything is through its alliance. And like I said, we're correcting its atmosphere through its divisions. We've already cut it in 4 sections, like I said before. Those 4 segments are becoming shapes, and those shapes are in definitive sources of definitive rounds. Now those rounds are the galactic force 12, and that 12 are using their energies and their polarized mechanisms through their energy cycles. So they're using their vibrations and voicing grids to relocate different dimensions and bring that vibration back to its frequency levels through the 5th dimension. So that time's continuum, that time switch that I was telling you about, the synchronizing souls, everybody's going to be subsurfacing through its solar surface, getting connection with space and its continuum, and its vibration and its balance. So the more you understand your body and ecosystems and your capacitors and your voicing grids and your voicing capacitors, your energy field, your energy cycles. The more you understand your higher self, your solar, harmonic, and galactic. So every time I give you an upgrade, there's always something that's advanced. Everything is an advancement. And I've been given this gift to high-rise its energy cycles through my systematical system and my body and ecosystems. So it's on a continuous force right now. So the spaceships are high-rising right now, and it's forming an alliance through relationship and partnership with all alien nations, plantations, and its crops. So the Galactic 12 is surfacing its atmospheres and analyzing everything through its analytical systems. And we're using the automatic switch. The automatic switch is basically holding that vibration, trying to find its circuitry and understand that everything plantation has a solar device, and that solar device is through its magnesium, and the magnesium is through its polar, and its polarized is connected through its force fields and its energy fields, because every planet has a force field and energy field. So we have to get full connection on what's going on, because once we rebirth the multidimensional Earth, and it will balance out the multidimensional realms. And like I said, the multidimensional Earth is the most important thing in space continuum. It line formates everything and its planets and its solar systems. So we need that because it's all connected through its gravitation and its pull. So it keeps it uprise through the communication of the stars, because the stars is what lights up its light formations through the planets and the solar systems of that energy source, its force fields, and its energy cycles. So we use that energy cycle through the energy system, the energy solar system. And those solar systems are connected through its waves, the waving patterns, and it's connected through the radio signals. Now we use those pyramids as dot formations, and those dot formations are going through a tremendous force through its connection waves. So that's why we need the multidimensional Earth. That's why we need the synchronizing and the three-dimensionals and all the light formations at that vibration. So everybody can reach that balance through their harmonics. So, but like I said, it's understanding your energy fields. Because energy fields is everything around you and around its atmosphere and its ground formations and its space continuum. So it's really, really understanding intelligence. It's understanding everything in your body. Because the higher self is all circuitry. Lights, like I said, electricity. And it's high rise in its volumes every single day. So, anyway, I hope that helps you out, what's going on in space and its continuum. I'm on an extreme high force right now, and every day I'm in the matrix, and I'm changing its shapes and line formatting and changing its vibrations and its frequencies right now. So I'm correcting all divisions of synchronizing souls through circulation and rotation. So everybody's on that vibration, and like I said, we're still trying to find that balance. Once we find that balance, everything through its atmosphere will correct. Its natures and its core, its waters continuum, its ground formations. The three septic points through its solar systems is the ground, the atmosphere, and space. And everything around is self-evolved through the multidimensional Earth. And we use that dimensional Earth for gravitation. And that gravitation line formates everything through its multidimensional. Multidimensional is on the other side of that coin, like I was telling you about. It's so far beyond. It's beyond any human understanding of what's going on through its metric system. And so that's why I give you guys updates on what goes on every day in space and its continuum. So, But when you're connected with the higher self and you're in the galactic force and you're flying those ships, it's pretty incredible, because you get to see other plantation, you get to see other intelligence, and you get to understand how to use your voicing grids through high volumes of electricity, and it's all connecting through your voice, those voicing signals. So and it's a high-pitched sounds, and that's all it is. The higher you go, the higher the pitch. So it's all about volumes and its continuous force through its radio signals. And those pattern waves are so electronic, and the speed force is incredible once you reach that altitude of its velocity. It's amazing to have, it's amazing to see, it's amazing to feel, because your eye perception is going through its matrix. And you get to understand how to create your own reality. And that's what everybody wants, is to create that system for themselves, so they can feel safe and warm and comfortable, knowing that they have a life that they can live on its full continuing force on an everyday basis. That's what you want. I think that's what everybody wants. Feel compatible, feel happy, feel loving, more caring for everything around you. So I'm going to tap out for now. Questions or comments are great. I will talk to you later. This is Andrew Weston, resonating on all solar systems, planets, intelligence, from the galactic system of the energy core. Calling out. Adios.